The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Packers and the Jaguars under the lights on Thursday night.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. But tonight we've got a preseason matchup as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going?
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Jacksonville. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
This 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Olsen. There's Chris Olave. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
That's good for a Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Olsen, and his throw's going to be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Finding space at the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen to McBride. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throws the out route and finds Claypool. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's into space past the 25. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Back to throw again. He'll flip this out to Evans. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead.
Well, given where they started that opening drive, CD, I think to get 3 out of it, probably a pretty good start that they'll take.
I think you're exactly right about that because they just shook off the effects of the kickoff in field position and took the ball and moved it downfield. Didn't pay off with a touchdown, but that drive, that was really nice for them, and they did come away with 3 points.
So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A throw over the middle taken in. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down. Hart. That is caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Operating from the gun. Hart. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Hart.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the
whole thing.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
right?
Yeah,
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus of the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on a sack.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon.
Deep to return is Cavante Turpin.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Looking to throw. Olsen, a short throw to Ingram. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
As they've got it as we resume action. To throw on second down. Olsen will be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third and 2, Olsen.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be fourth down.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 20. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over first and 10.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Hart. Over the middle, complete. That's Knight. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hart.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. On the give, here's McBride.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville.
Zach Evans.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 10-3. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Hart.
A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On 3rd down, Hart.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review. So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Hart.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Well, that's brought in by Knight.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Riley Dixon now to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Olsen, a short throw to Ingram. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
2nd down and 6 now. And now a run with McBride.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now 3rd down and 7.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Back to throw. Olsen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 22. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Again, it's Pacheco.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action. Hart.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different angles, a lot of different looks, and a lot of times I just bait the young guy.
And there he baited him right into the interception.
On 2nd down, here's McBride.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Looking to throw. Olsen. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
With Sean Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
Stays on his feet. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun. Hart.
Quick slant to Watson.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Operating from the gun. Hart. His throw incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Hart. And he's going to go down again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jaguars getting set to go. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Over the middle to Evans. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Touchdown, Jaguars! Chase Claypool as the first half is winding down. And the Jags would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. Hart. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
104 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hart. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Tucker's kick is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Here's McBride.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Looking to throw. Olsen.
Completion here to Claypool.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
A run here with McBride. He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. And the Packers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, he's a high draft pick, so maybe a bit of a mulligan, but you never want to throw a preseason interception, especially as a rookie.
No, but this is the time to do it, right? Let's get the kinks out. He's still got to learn how to read coverages, still has to learn the entire offense, has to see how he fits with the players around him. But bottom line is what you said right in the beginning. He's a high draft pick. They want him on the field sooner rather than later. So let's keep giving them some reps and seeing what they have.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. A give to Pacheco off the option.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, not a fun game at all for anyone who's playing defense on the field at this point. They just gave up another 1st down on another good run. I wonder if the defense coordinator just says, let's sell out, play against the run, and not worry about getting beat by the pass.
And he's got it to about the 40. This a 2nd and 8. Here's Pacheco once again.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Operating from the gun. Hart.
That's to the sideline and pulled in.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
136 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Pacheco is in. Touchdown, Packers.
And you can sense a little bit of optimism here. Things had not been going their way, but they get the turnover on the other end, and they turn right around and put a nice drive together. Then they finish it off with a strong run for their first touchdown of the game.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McBride. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
Claypool with another catch.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll run here with Evans.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They go play action here on first down.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin.
And he'll go down, and that will do it. for the third quarter of action. Back now in Jacksonville. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Up the middle they go. Kirkpatrick. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Trubisky's throw there into the hands of Ross.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. On first down, Kirkpatrick.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now it's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bates. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Trubisky to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mitchell Trubisky. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Packers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. Now it's the backup Mariota. And he's got his big wide receiver complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one goes for 30 yards.
These preseason games are big in the development of rookie receivers, and now their teams want to see if they're going to be truly NFL caliber. So oftentimes, offensive coordinators will call certain plays to see how they react. Give them a big check mark for that one.
They'll run on 1st down with Evans.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
Now that's a killer because you think you get it absolutely covered, and then he hot-foots it out of there and picks up a 1st down. Drives you crazy as a defense.
Looked like, you're exactly right. Looked like a for-sure stop on 3rd, and then the tables turn. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Mariota now.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And the Jags are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On first and 10, it's Evans. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zach Evans, ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Green Bay.
Now it's Trubisky. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. They go play action with Trubisky. He finds his man complete. It's Bates. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 43. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. Now Trubisky lost the football.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's fourth down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Tucker's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
On second down, Evans looking for space.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
On second down, a run with Evans. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. So that not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Trubisky readies the offense. Down by 10, 56 seconds to go. Trubisky to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.